Hello everyone, I am Tacet, and welcome to the Gems of War Invasions, Week 13, Day 1. So, of course, today is with all the Rakshas, which is basically the entirety of Pride Lands. I think there's only like 2 or 3 troops that we cannot use, simply because all of them are basically Rakshas within the kingdom. So, yeah, we basically have almost the whole kingdom to go use. Nothing too outstanding in the kingdom. So nothing like really overpowered for the things that we could do. But it is an evasion week, so worst comes to worst, we could basically just kill everything with first slot just by buffing it and just utilizing it to constantly keep winning, which is one of the reasons why we're using Dawnbringer, so that we can keep applying a little bit of additional protection to it. But anyways, let's go and start getting into a couple of them. And of course, we also got the really new good option of using the new troop that ended up coming in, that brown-blue. It is insanely good at exploding. It's basically an alternative version of Bronze Lock Pistol they can put onto any team that you want. So really interesting option with that. Works really well with all of the other gold-related things that have been coming into the game recently. And at this point, you pretty much just have to be using gold teams. I don't know if they're going to do something about that, but I don't know why they just keep adding more and more gold-related things. I do think we need it, but we need it for the other resources too, not just gold. Like, we barely have anything that boosts based on maps, and barely anything that boosts based on souls other than, like, Ferrous Raw, mainly. But anyways, let's go and we'll throw the hit here. One skull's not going to do much this early into the thing. Let's go kill that out. Also, hello everyone! Hello William, hello Sko, hello Exiled, hello Rodriguez, hello Famous, hello Hayes, hello Gustavo, and hello Jan, and hello everyone else. Hope you've all been having a good, I almost said Black Friday, a good Cyber Monday. I will take that skull just because that'll bring him into kill range. Then we can just kill it with our Dawnbringer. And that barrier will make sure we take no damage. And every skull we'll do will just kill it. Like that. There we go. Okay, so we'll just get another explosion on it. He'll hit us back. And then we can just one-shot it with our final blow there. We got new mail. We also got the Billy Kid, which I believe we have maxed. Let me double check just in case. Pretty sure you're maxed. No. Okay, never mind. Change of plan. Let's go get that real quick. Oh, I meant to go switch this into key team. Every single one of my teams need to go switch to key team now, for at least for pets. I did it for a couple of them. Haven't done it for every typing yet, though. Doesn't move that, and Furnace will probably wipe. And if it doesn't, Ubistet will. And Ubistet is probably one of the bigger things in the event key drop table. And unfortunately, he is required if you want to get 10 stars or higher in the kingdom, in Pride Lands. But let's go get rid of that and go put the key team in there instead. What would you suggest with no Dawnbringer and no Ubistet for the previous team, I assume? You'd probably put Sakima. Did I not mention that in the video earlier? But if I forgot to mention that, yeah, definitely put Sakima in there. If you lack both Dawnbringer and Ubistet, put Sakima. If you're missing Sakima, then I don't know exactly what to say with that. But Sakima would be decent. It would give you additional skulls for the invasion troop to utilize. What was I looking for? I'm looking for... Oh no, what version of this team should I make? There's like several versions of it now. Let's go with... Well, we already have Thief. Get that. Get Key. And I guess we'll run Cedric version of it. Okay, so we'll go with this. Cedric. Oh, whoops. That's not the troop I meant to put there. Where's Greed? Greed. There you go. That is the one we meant to put there. And the banner is... I actually forget. I think it's a +2 red, +1 brown. Doesn't that exist somewhere? Yes, it does. There we go. That's exactly what we need. And now we just need to switch every pet team to that. Oh, you got her today out of event keys. Nice. What do you... Oh, never mind. I already answered that. Hello, Poopami. Or Poop... What is that? Poopamimi? Let's see. Hello, Patrick. Hope all is well. Thank you for that. You said in the video, good replacement for Dawnbringer is Mang. Do you leave him in the 3rd slot? No, you have to bring it up. If you're using Earth's Fury, you'd want to use it into 2nd slot. And if you're using Mang, Well, Earth's Fury would definitely be advised for invasion over Mang. But if you don't have Earth's Fury, you could either use Hero in first slot or just put it in second. But definitely second slot if you're using Earth's Fury. And Earth's Fury would be the better option if you happen to have it. Otherwise, use Mang. Yeah, the new weapon's not too bad either. I wouldn't really advise it for this particular invasions, mainly because it's more of a raid weapon. But, I don't know, we could even try bringing it into, what's it called? Delves today or something. Because we still need to go and keep progressing forward into the most recent delve that was added to the game. I think we're currently at 250 with it, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe a little bit further. So hello, Emilo. Hello, Zeddicus. Hello, Adam. You had fun running through all your sigils with the Raksha, Freebound, Dawnbringer, Ubestedt? Nice. Using Thief. I was using Ubestedt a bit earlier with it. The biggest issue I found, of course, is as there's more towers, it becomes less and less relevant, mainly because you cannot instant kill the towers, unfortunately. They have immune to instant kill. But of course, you still get the 1 stat per turn regardless, which is the main reason you'd use it. Because basically your entire team, except your hero, would be getting 1 per turn. But then again, maybe we bother to bring the hero back out. The only slight issue with that is the most recent delve will require us to use Titan. So we might not be able to do that. And if we do, it'll only be for like a day. And I'll probably make that day the day we do the event for it. Because I'm pretty sure I didn't max it. I don't even think I got it to level 70. I think I got it to like 40 something. Or exactly 40 and then didn't bother going any further. It'd be a good time to get it a bit further. Who knows? Maybe we'll even go try for leaderboard. If I have enough time on Thursday, I might actually consider it. Going for our first ever power orb. I don't know for sure. But I don't know. It's somewhat tempting. It is somewhat tempting. So I have a feeling someone else will go for it and we'll only get 2 major orbs. Oh, we might give it a shot. I'll have to see. If nothing else, I will definitely get the hero class max. That's for sure. Because most of the people that would have wanted to buy it would have probably bought it by now. Yeah, every key team is so strong right now. Hopefully they won't touch it, but there's a good chance they will be. But you never know. There's been strong teams in the past that have been strong that they never touched, that they simply added counters to. Like, as far as all these gold teams, they could really easily add a counter. Just add a troop that minuses your gold. That might be a little bit frustrating when not using gold teams, because then you're constantly always having 0 gold by the end of battle, probably. But it would at least balance out teams like this. Greed is what mainly started all of this, though. Just because of how quickly he can get an absurd amount of gold in no time. It's not him that's overpowered, it's just him combined into everything that is coming into the game is what's making that little bit of imbalance. Oh, we're gonna have more than 1 change per 24 hours, yay. It's something that they've been discussing for a while, but never implemented. Just the whole hero class system in general. But yeah, I really hope they do make modifications to it. The current system's really bad, only 1 change per 24 hours. And it doesn't even start reducing in price, either. Like, it always costs 50 gems, even if you only have 10 minutes left on the timer, or an hour or a few hours, it still costs this full amount of 50 gems, which is really weird. But, yeah, they need to give more switches. Ideally, no limit at all. I still don't really understand the limit that they keep doing. They've explained it many times, but the reasoning doesn't make any sense. Because they want people to basically focus on certain hero classes and not have to switch out their class every single battle. But most people already, even if they had access to every single class, wouldn't be switching out literally every battle. They'd mainly just be switching between, like, Titan and maybe, like, one other thing occasionally. And that's it. Like when the event rolls around or anything else like that. The class event, that is. Oh yeah, I forgot why I don't always run Key in this. I don't have enough damage for this final battle. Sometimes not even for the second to last. Gotta poke them a few times before it gets there. Yeah, that should be good enough. And it is. Our protective egg. Okay, and then we just went off of one more cast, of course. And claim our pets. Hopefully we'll get 8 copies. Haha. That is probably not happening. Guarantee not happening. But let's see what we get. Oops, that's not where you claimed them. We get 2. Well, better than 1. Twice as many as 1, so I'll take it. Grab our tribute, grab our mail, go from there. And head back to invasions. And it's just the event stage from earlier. I don't know why they made invasions give so many more resources than raids as well. That's another kind of oddity that they've done. In that these are worth so much more than what you can get with a raid and sigils. Does Ubistet work on towers? No. The only reason you would use an Ubistet is for his 1 gain per turn to magic and attack to all Roshkas. And since you're using 3 Roshkas at minimum, 4 if you're using hero as 1, you're getting a lot of extra attack and magic per turn by doing nothing. That's the main reason why you would use him. But no, his instant kill does not work on towers. I was using him initially to take out all the towers, but after that I didn't because they just don't instant kill. Better just to kill them all in one-shot skulls. Oops, why am I doing that? That does nothing. Actually, speaking of one-shots, speaking about one-shot skulls, just gotta do that and it just goes down. Oh yeah, the Key team's really bad against a lot of barriers, same as Ubistet. Key basically has all the exact same problems Ubistet has, which is why I'm concerned if they're gonna nerf it. Because if they nerf Key, it's gonna become just what Ubistet became, and will almost be near useless in most situations. Okay, we don't have any way to burst gold with this team, which is a little bit annoying. One actually really weird way that we could burst gold if we really wanted to is move our hero back 1 and make it a prismatic orb. This will allow us to keep the first slot alive, and will also allow us to get gold every turn, assuming you've gotten that trait on it that gives 10 gold. I think it's the very last one, but most people have an excess of legendary ingots. But yeah, that strategy would actually work pretty decently against these things. I'm going to do a little bit of weird move. Actually, no, I'll just pick up around. Now I'll do a weird move and go buff that up. That skull will take. And now we just need to find a bunch more of them. So we'll get a Dawnbringer for now, just to make sure it has barrier. Go for a poke before we do, see if we get a skull. Perfect, free skull. And another one. Yeah, I don't know why they make that 10 gold thing the last trait on so many things. I think there's about 5 to 10 weapons that all have it as their last trait, even though it's a pretty useless perk in most situations. But then again, with all the gold-related things they keep adding, maybe it's actually going to be really good eventually. It kind of already is for some things. So we'll just go Dawnbringer here, kill the Valraven. Obviously don't want that getting away. That's one of the other nice things about invasions too. You don't even need to worry about Valravens escaping. Once you reach 4 towers, it's impossible for them to ever escape. We'll do that on the armored guide because he's probably going to do something weird. Speaking about weird, it is a little bit weird that she reduces all 10 of each armor every single cast. It's one of the reasons why I've been not using Manged right now, because I just kind of assumed it would be a little bit worse, or Earth's Fury or anything like that. So that's why I've been using the Dawnbringer for now, at least. Yeah, we need to go get our mana up again. I don't know why I killed that one, because now I don't think we have enough skull damage to kill it. Could have done the other way around and guarantee killed it. But oh well, now it should be enough. We can find a skull. And then we just need to get the last little bit of our mana. And there we go, random skull for the kill. And another 2 battles, and our orb just sitting there, ready to go. Wow, back-to-back Valraven. I'll take it. Also, hello, Captain, welcome. Let's see. How do you get that voodoo that you do? How do you do that voodoo that you do? Which thing? I don't know which thing specifically you're referring to. Let's see. Or I can't tell if that's a joke or something. It probably is. You think a good idea would be able to pick whatever class for each defense team? That was something that they've mentioned in the past, that you'd basically be able to set your hero class like it's a banner. It's something that they've mentioned but never implemented. So basically just how you change your banner, you'd be able to change your hero class per team. I don't know if that's what they're going to implement, probably not, but it is something they mentioned in the past. How old am I? 24. Just turned 24 earlier this month. Hello, TJ Time Bomb. Welcome. And hello, Bride. First official comment. Glad you could join us. You've only been playing about 3 months. Nice. So Dawnbringer is not in your arsenal. You're using Mountain Crusher, Ubestead, and 2 times Tower Killers. That sounds pretty decent. You can just keep using Mountain Crusher with Titan to make sure you constantly have barrier. I'd probably put the 2 Tower Killers in front of your Ubestead, though. Just so, I don't know if you have them traded or not, but they can utilize their traits to kill out towers a little bit quicker. And Ubestead's mainly just there to buff their attack and magic, mainly. You're my age read backwards. Well, the average age of someone who watches me is around, I think, about 35 or so. Like, the amount of people that are actually 18 and below and is, I think, my lowest demographic. And then the next lowest, I believe, is actually my own demographic, which is 18 to 25, which I find really, really strange. But yeah, that and, like, the really, really old side, like, I think 65 plus is also pretty low. But everything in between that is, like, really, really high population. I think like 50% of it's from, or probably even more, is from like 35 to 50, as far as people who watch me. Okay, what do we need to move here? We'll take the Brown. And I assume that just because this genre of gaming is more towards that kind of age group. I don't know, I love this kind of stuff. I know none of my friends do, though. I actually have not a single person around my age that plays this game. Except for maybe 1 or 2 that just play it like really, really casually. Okay, I guess we go for a Dawnbringer in there. Should probably use this though before we get that down on the most annoying one, the one that already has some mana going. What did I say to use if you don't have Dawnbringer? You can use Zakima. Zakima or Ubestead. Or even any of the Manged-like weapons and just move it up by 1. Any of those 3 would work. And that goes. And now we get onto 4 towers. And now it gets a lot easier once we reach 4 towers. Simply because this thing can just take out everything with 5 times damage. And if I did only buy the pack, oh, what's the one above the weapon? Tier 4, I believe it is? But I only ended up going to Tier 4 and just using the 1 single Ascension Orb on it. That's what I've been doing for the last several events. This gets it to Mythic, so we have a little bit of extra damage for the event. It also allows us to not need to get the troop later, because a lot of kingdoms have been requiring all these troops now to actually get them upgraded. So I've been doing that to pretty much every kingdom just to make sure they do indeed get upgraded. And this one, of course, is no different, given that we were able to go to 11-star today. Otherwise, you'd only be able to go to 10 stars, I believe, if you didn't have it. What do we need? We need nothing that's available. I guess we'll stick the yellow then. Have everything that's there, just the best one. Do I think these invasions and raid troops will ever cycle back around and be used again? Maybe. We haven't had a repeat event yet. This one kind of was, but kind of wasn't. We've had a raid event for Pride Lands before, but we've never had a invasion event. So we've had one of each now for Pride Lands. So if they did another one related to Pride Lands, either Pride Lands or Rashka, then, and if it was a new one, then we'd know for sure that they're never going to repeat. But if we finally get one that does repeat, then, well, we know they repeat. But they still have a lot to cycle through before they start repeating, if they even start repeating, so we'll see. I hope they don't keep releasing new ones, because that would actually give some meaning to actually having these things. But, I don't know, we won't know until it happens. But I really hope they don't start adding, like, 2 raid troops, 2 invasion troops to every single kingdom. They're already dead content. We don't need double the amount of dead content. There's very, very few raid and invasion troops that are actually used outside of their given week during that game mode. And it only ever comes around once unless they're repeating them. So hopefully they'll at least repeat them to give them some other value. One other thing they can do, of course, too, is eventually add a game mode that has raids and towers in it as the main enemies. And then all of the old raid and invasion troops would be able to be used for it and actually not be horrible. Ah, I didn't want him to get rid of that barrier. Oh well. Take our reds, another red. Can you stop taking our skulls? Well, here, have an explosion. Only one explosion, but at least we get the gold there to do some more on the follow-up. We'll just take our mana manually, I guess. Kill them slowly one by one. Oh yeah, Salty is streaming later tonight. She's going to be going over version 4.2. I've been able to see it during the beta. I just haven't really been able to say anything about it. But after, well, basically tomorrow, I'll be able to go and say everything about it. There's not too much to say, but, yeah, you'll know after tonight. And we'll be able to talk about it tomorrow night. It's mainly just bug fixes, though, is basically what it is. A lot of bug fixes. What else? Take skull. Grab a green over. Get that one killed. Sure, probably went for the one with the highest mana. That's the quickest one to go get a barrier. Lucky little skull there, and then we just kill it out with this. Let's see. Do you think it's odd that you like this game more than Fortnite and you're 12? I don't think that's odd. That you like this game more than Fortnite. I actually never played Fortnite. Some people just don't like shooter games. I know I don't personally. I've never been a fan of them. Even when I was younger, I was never a fan of them. My cousin showed me like pretty much every single genre of gaming. And like all the shooters, I just never really understood the appeal of them. That and like zombie games. Both those two styles of games I never really understood at all. Like those kind of like apocalyptic games and stuff like that. Hello, Questor. Welcome. Oh, speaking about numbers and guilds and stuff, my guild still needs 2 people if anyone's interested. Oh, make that 3 people. Well then, well, we need 3 people. Our guild requirements are 1 million gold and being able to do good in Guild Wars, raids, invasions, and Tower of Doom. If you could do that, then we need you because we actually have 3 spots left. Now let's go claim our orb that we got from the tower thing, from invasions. We've been on a pretty big green and orange streak, and apparently it continues. Unfortunate. Oh, speaking of that, we actually have some orbs we can go claim. We go under guild, under invasions. I think we have an orb or 2, probably only 1. Yeah, we have an orb right there. What do we have? Oh, stream went down for a second. Come back, stream, come back! Hate when it does that. Here we go, we're back. Let's see what's in this orb. Yep, let me go type it into chat so anyone knows. There we go. I still have not figured out what on earth causes that, like, 1 second drop thing that occasionally happens. But yeah, I should go try Fortnite eventually. We might just go stream it and see how badly I fail. I'll go into it blind, because I've barely even seen any gameplay of it anyways. So I'll probably just go into it 100% blind, have no clue what I'm doing, and fail for like an hour or two. But anyways, that's that. Let's go and head over to, what am I looking for? The Last of Invasions. Actually, we only have one more unless we get a Valraven. And the only unfortunate part about Invasions is we cannot see if we have a Valraven or not. I don't know why they don't put a bag. Actually, I do. Their explanation as to why they don't put a bag next to the tower is because they thought it would confuse people. But honestly, I'm pretty sure it's more confusing the other way around. The fact that there isn't a bag next to them. Because they didn't want to confuse people in that it's only Valravens and Gnomes and stuff that tend to have the bag next to them, and not actually towers. But, I don't know, I think they could put a bag next to them. It would make more sense to know which one of them is actually carrying the sigil. Or it doesn't actually even really matter to know which one of them specifically carries it, but just to know that the battle itself has one in it. Do I know which trait stones Glaceon uses? Yeah, brown and purple. It's, every legend only uses the ones that it has. I normally don't comment on mythics because, every single mythic has no rhyme or reason as to which two of the possible ones it could use. But every single legend and everything below is pretty predictable. Like, it's pretty obvious that Glaceon uses brown, purple, and any legend uses its two, that it has. Whatever its two colors are is whatever arcane it uses. So it uses 10 arcanes for the second one and 6 arcanes for the third. I forgot all the other values. I believe it costs 10 runics of both the two colors for the first one and some amount of minor trait stones. Then it costs 10 majors and probably some runics. And then it costs, I believe, 2 celestials, 6 arcanes of the whatever two colors it uses, and I think some amount of the common one. And I believe that's what it costs for each. And you can also just look at any legendary, and whatever it takes to trait is the same value for most of them. I was going to go show that, but I just remembered I have literally everything in the game traded. So I actually can't show that. But anyways, let's move on to... Oh, wait, there was something I needed to go do. I knew I would go for and forget if I didn't do it. Oh, no, I did it. I had to go level a troop to go get 1,000 souls. We already did it, though. Anyways, let's go do Arena real quick, and then let's go do Delves. We got a lot of Delves to go and clear through, simply because we have the new Delve to go and do. For a while, we haven't really had many that we had to use, just because we kind of reached the dead end of reaching a gigantic wall of level 500s. But yeah, we finally have a new kingdom again, so we can just go start rushing through that. Right here, we'll go and let's take a skull for now. Get a hit on that. Actually, wait, why did I go for a skull against skull mitigation? Doesn't make any sense. How bad is this team? Mang, Free, Sakima, and Spirit. It seems like it'd be good enough to get through the event, most of the event. Assuming you have Titan, you could literally just solo Mang all of Invasions with Titan Mang, if you really had to. It might take a while, but it would eventually kill through anything. How do you get Skeleton Key? You need to go unlock the Thief Hero class from Zejin, then set it as your hero class, and to do that, you just go do the quest line. And then you need to go and get 250 wins while you're using the Thief Hero class. And then after 250 wins, you'll get the weapon for free. So it only takes about a day or two to unlock. It's a relatively easy weapon to obtain. All of the class-related weapons are. But yeah, definitely advised to get it. It's one of the strongest things in the game right now. At least for PvP and a few other locations. Like, if you're having trouble doing dungeons on a given day, once you basically unlock Key, you could pretty much just wipe through this using any of the gold troops like Greed or something. Or an Alchemist Moneylender team or some kind of other combo to get yourself a lot of gold very quick. How did neither of them die to that? And now he converts the color I needed. That'd be sad if we actually won this somehow. You actually could. Queen Mab can be intimidating. She used to be way better, but she's still pretty high up there. Well, we keep losing our turn because of Queen Mab. But all we need now is one more key. Oh, we should just take it around. Oh well, we'll kill the skull. 3 easy payments of your soul. Sounds about right. Anyways, that's that. Let's go and go do delves now. So, of course, we got the new delve that ended up coming in, the Primal Rift. Still got a long ways to go in that. We're currently at 240. Oh, I believe I delayed one of the battles from yesterday, so we actually have 4 delves to go do. We're currently just rushing to the end, though. I'm currently using Dragon's Eye, Yagwe, Tapon, and Queen Titania. And it seems to be getting the job done, so I haven't really need to shift into anything else as of yet. We might need to for the later delves. I'm pretty sure this will only last about 350 or so. But for now, it's doing decent, and I do like using this combination. Well, I do and I don't. It's a really overused combination, so I try not to use it a lot. But it is just really good for some things. And this is kind of one of them. Okay, we'll go and... let's take the skull for now. Grab our brown. Dragon's Eye something. I might just get the kill just so we can secure that before doing it. We do give him some reds, but he doesn't use it for anything. That's another nice thing with this team, particularly in this faction, is we're creating a lot of color that they don't use. That's a little bit different on the final battle because you can convert it away into, I believe, skulls. But at least as far as these battles, leading up to it, there's not much they can do with it. I gotta be really careful here it doesn't die. I've had that happen a couple times. It's still winnable when he dies. It just takes a lot longer. Ah, that's not 13 plus. Let's grab that for now. Another skull down. Grab all the greens. Yeah, I guess we'll get a nice little hit in there. Another hit, and there it is. Yeah, Skeleton Key's pretty high up there. It's one of the best weapons in the game, only behind possibly things like Dragon's Eye, Mountain Crusher, and Mang. Though situationally, it's better than them. For Delves, it doesn't get used as much, though. Delves is way more into Jar of Eyes, Mountain Crusher, and Dragon's Eye are the 3 main weapons for Delves, for the most part. And I guess technically that new weapon that came in today too, I would highly advise getting that, even if you don't get every weapon in the game. The one that did come in this week is relatively decent. I'll need to mess around with it a little bit more later this week. Maybe even in Delves, we'll bring it out like tomorrow or the following day. I was trying to think of something that would actually work for this Delve with it. I don't know if there's actually a combination for this particular Delve that would work. I know for some of the other ones it might. Because we have to work around the fact that it uses yellow and blue. Okay, what do we need here? I guess we just throw this and then Yagwe kill the other 2. It's not going to be enough damage, but it gets most of the kill down. And we just grab all that. And that is most of what we need. I guess we can just take a red surge and then double kill. Have I tried Pure Faction for Hall of Guardians? No. I have not, because it is really impossible unless you have high stats. You would need to get at minimum level 200, or at least really high. You could potentially get really lucky with it. The biggest issue is basically you have to kill Gargoyle before Gargoyle kills you, is essentially the whole premise of that battle. As soon as you kill Gargoyle, it's a pretty easy win. But the problem is killing the enemy's Gargoyle. And that's basically the entire battle. And it has a lot of durability, and doing it with just normal stats would take forever. It is definitely possible, though. Once we finish out this kingdom, we might go attempt it some. The 2 that we'll have the best chance at, of all the ones that currently exist, would most likely be All-Seeing Eye, and I guess technically Hall of Guardians. Just because once we do get that kill, it's a pretty straightforward win from there. It's just getting that initial kill is what's going to be the really hard part of Hall of Guardians. And if we don't buff at all, I believe Gargoyle triple kills on cast. So we need to get him to the point where he at least only does a single kill instead of a triple kill, so that he doesn't kill with adjacent damage. Because triple kill is way too much value for how quickly he's going to get it up. And we'd have no way to deny his mana. The only way we could possibly deny it is if we somehow quick killed first slot, and then silence with Silent Sentinel. That'd be the only way. But at that point, we might as well just have targeted all of our damage at Gargoyle, because they're both going to die in the exact same rate. Actually, if anything, Gargoyle would actually die a bit quicker, because he doesn't gain durability on cast, whereas the other one does. Alright, we'll throw that at him. Get another eye down. And that should be match. And even if it's not, we got an extra turn there. What setup would you use to attempt Hall of Guardians? Either Silent Sentinel, triple Gargoyle, or double Silent Sentinel, double Gargoyle. I'm leaning towards one Silent Sentinel, 3 Gargoyles, though it might be the other way around. I guess you would kind of have to judge it based on what the second battle is. The main reason for this double Silent Sentinel is in case one dies, so you still have silence, and just so you have more durability up front. But the reasoning for the triple Gargoyle is you'd have more damage once you finally get an enchant. You'd have 3 things doing damage instead of just 2. It would also give you more mana accumulation. Actually, then again, they both accumulate about the same amount of mana. But one or the other is basically what you do. You don't bother using any copies of the other 2 troops. Gargoyle, Silent Sentinel is the only 2 good things from the kingdom. Or from the faction, I mean. Too bad we didn't have a tape on there. That would have been such a good board on the... or a good cast on the previous board. Okay, we'll go get that down. What else can we get here? Move all that over. Grab a free turn there thing. A free turn there thing. Take the other one. How did he not die to that? I was hoping that would hit his skull. Don't want to have to waste a Yagway just to do 1 damage. Or skull, but I guess we'll have to. Actually, you know what? We could do this instead. Ah, the transform got wasted on the one we killed. Of course. Oh well. So obviously taking that skull would be kind of pointless, so we'll just throw this down. That'll give us this for next turn. And then we can cast again. Question, you struggle already around level 40 to 50 with delves. Also don't get stats like you. Suggestions to run a team. Doesn't have to be a pure faction team. Run as many Devours as you possibly have. Devours, instant kill, barrier. Let's see. Are you talking about this particular faction or a different one? This particular faction, you'd have access to greens and purples, so you could probably build an entire team around Gluttony then. Maybe even double Gluttony. And basically just Devour spam everything to death. And that'd most likely be your best bet. Use your hero as a tank. Ideally as Titan with the, try getting this trait to him, on him. The Rock Solid, so he gains barrier every single time. Use something like Mountain Crusher so you have a lot of durability. Or if you are still a way lower level, you could try just getting 250 wins on Dragon's Eye. That might be quicker than trying to get Mountain Crusher off of getting just Brown Mastery. And just use one of those as your tank. Using Titan with Brownstorm plus Barrier every single time you take a Brown. And that'll basically keep you alive the entire time. It doesn't even matter what your stats are. You'll always be able to mitigate it all. And he's dead. Yeah, that's pretty much all you'd have to do then. Mountain Crusher into instant kills and barrier. And that's basically the general premise of what you would need to do to kill everything out. Mountain Crusher into triple Gluttony. You might want to have one other troop in there. Like maybe a Valkyrie or something to feed it or something. But yeah, you can technically get away with Mountain Crusher triple Gluttony if you wanted to. I think that might be one too many Gluttonies though. Alright, we don't have the other cast. I kind of want to do it though. We'll go for the eye instead. Nice, you got an extra. Oh wait. Oh, never mind. That wasn't an extra turn sound. That was just a gold sound. Fail. Could have sworn that was the extra turn sound. Apparently not. Okay, we'll grab a round. Got our nice little. That one is the extra turn sounds. Actually, they're both exactly the same because the extra turn sound is just the gold sound. Anyways, 13 plus we don't have, so let's go throw that in there. Get our conversion for all the for all the reds in there. Get a nice. Do we even bother with eye? Let's see. We'll just let him skull us. We have barriers, so it's not going to matter at all. Then Queen Titania kill everything. And he gives us enough red to do it for free. I am down. And that's basically match. You know what? I'm just going to eye it again. And then Yagway will kill it out. For really anything. Haha! 3 gluttonies, now you're just being greedy. Good play on words. What troops would work well with rope? Mainly skull spam and single target troops. So I'd mainly say skull spam. Because the whole point of using rope is mainly to move the most dangerous thing on the opposing team to first slot. And then immediately kill it with skull spam. That is basically the whole premise behind rope and other similar troops like that. Move it to the front, then skull spam, kill it instantly. Or at least that's one of the main strategies you would run with it. And since there's no delay with it, you can immediately just go throw it down. Since it has automatic extra turn, assuming you have it fully perked, or fully, whatever the upgrading is called for them. Fully, there's a specific term for it that they use in this game that I never bother using. But, I need to go figure it out. It's on the Doom weapon. The proper term for it's on the Doom weapon. But getting it fully upgraded, it would give you that final extra turn perk. I need to go find that term because it's going to bother me now if I don't remember what it is. I never bother using it because it's kind of pointless to ever bother describing it that way. No, it's not called upgrade. They used a really specific term for it. Temper? Was it temper? I think it might have been temper. Pretty sure it was that. Yeah, tempered. That was it. Was it what it was specifically. I don't know why they describe it that way. Like, nowhere's in the entire game does it describe that way except for on the cards. It's kind of like the whole thing with split damage relative to... He's got to kill. That's not good. It's like how split damage is relative to scatter damage. They're both the exact same thing, but for whatever reason, they have 2 different terms within the game to describe it. It's weird. You need to get more uniform with how they describe things. Okay, we have an extra turn, so I can just go for that, and then Skull will kill. You're running Eye, Apothecary, Salvini Mora, and World Breaker. It works, but yours seems so slow. Any ideas if you do it faster? Well, I am planning on changing this team out eventually for, actually I don't even know what I want to change it out for. Which is one of the reasons why I'm still using this. Still need to figure that out. This is slightly towards the slower side. It's not like insanely slow, but I don't know. It's getting the job done. The biggest issue is there's no good instant kill options for this delve. Well, mainly because Megavore you can't use. You can't use Megavore. You can't use oh, what's his name? Ubistet, and there's a lot of like really big options that aren't available specifically in this faction for good instant killing, which most other factions have had access to, which is why this one seems just a little bit slower than usual compared to most other factions. And this was the first faction I believe we've gotten, right? Since Dragon's Eye nerf as well, so that also slowed it down quite a bit. Because Dragon's Eye in general is way slower. But Dragon's Eye is still overall quicker than Mountain Crusher. Mountain Crusher is safer though. Like, we'd almost never lose first slot if we were to use Mountain Crusher instead. Okay. Well, so far so bad. Let's see. Start getting a Tapon in here. I need him to create browns in the most perfect locations right now. Not quite. Not quite. But we can set it up for next turn, if nothing else. So we'll do that. Somehow have no alignment. Somehow still have no alignment. If anything, it's even worse now. Back to me. Let's see. Almost don't want to get rid of reds, but we'll do that. He gets a skull. That's not good. Move all that over. A shuffle. That somewhat helps us. We'll get rid of all that from him. Biggest issue here, though, is he's going to kill Yagwe, which means we actually lose this Delve then. Maybe it is time to finally change our team. Well, we'll need to go think of a plan B then. We could always go down the Devour route ourselves. It's one of the few instant kills that I haven't been using. I always mention it, but I very rarely actually use one. But it might be one of our only really good, viable options. You just go Devour spam and double check the Delve before we go in, just to make sure there's no immune to Devour. I believe there are a few instances where you can get locked by immunes, but I don't think this Delve runs through any when you go through the rooms, because don't we just do a tier 2 and a tier 3? I don't believe either of those two can have a full team of immune. Well, let's at least win this battle, hopefully. Though I guess it would make very little difference if we did or did not win this battle, because there's no way we're going to win the entirety of the Delve. Oh yeah, he's just going to keep creating spiders. We might as well actually just retreat from this battle. Unfortunate, but yeah, it's a tier 2 and a tier 3, so I don't believe there's any possibility for Devour immune to be in here, and nothing on the first or final battle has immune either. So let's grab our chest, and, oh, legendary ingots, nice. But, yeah, let's go give this another shot, but let's completely wipe this team. So, first things first, let's go Mountain Crusher so we don't die, ever. And, just tank it with Mountain Crusher with a bunch of stuff behind it. So, Mountain Crusher, then let's go see what we have for options. Mountain Crusher. I'm leaning towards Gluttony. We'll put one for now. I know we can use Doomclaw and stuff, but let's just type in Devour and see what comes up. None of these are real Devours. There's one real Devour. We'd probably use it behind our Gluttony, though. Oh, Kraken. Oh. Forgot about that. We can get away with Kraken. Is there a support troop for Kraken? Oh, we could use Green Seer. Ooh, that's not too bad. I like that. We can go with that. That's fine. And now we just use a minus red banner of some sort. Mountain Crusher, Gluttony, Green Seer, Kraken. Yeah, and we run it exactly like that. And I'll also make sure we get rid of Barrier. Though then again, does anything in Delves really even run Barrier spam? But, oh, you don't have immune to Entangle, though, do you? That's going to be a little annoying. But I guess you're going to have all the attack beforehand, and very few Devour. I mean, very few of those, I think, are really going to get in the way. But let me double check that. Doesn't Doomclaw have immune to it? Why don't we just put Doomclaw there, then? Doomclaw. You have, no. Why does nothing have immune to Entangle? I need to have it. What do we put there, then? Let's see, was there any Devour option with immune to Entangle? I don't believe there is, at least under this coloration. None that would be really consistent. There's Wolf Garrick, but the consistency of him is very not good. Yeah, let's go with this, I guess, for now. See how it goes. Change our banner, obviously. We need a minus red banner. Ideally with a lot of brown. Blue, purple. Well, we do need a +1 purple or yellow, ideally purple. So for now, I guess that's fine. Do we not have a brown related one though? Oh yeah, we have the new banner, +2 purple, +1 green. That's not really the coloration I need though. Yeah, +2 purple, +1 yellow. It's basically the same thing except different. And that's it. Okay, so I guess we just go frozen banner then. We'll give this a shot, see what happens. I'm just looking through everything. Split, Scatter, and Splash still confuses you. Split damage means it gets distributed amongst all enemies. Scatter damage means the exact same thing, and that it gets split between all enemies. Splash specifically means that it will do the full damage to one troop, but will do half to the 2 adjacent troops. That's what splash means. What's weird is there's weapons that do splash damage too. Like, one of them I think is they'll randomly hit a enemy with 3 splash damage, which I think means it deals 3 damage to a random enemy, and then 1 damage to the 2 adjacent enemies to that enemy that it randomly hits, which is kind of weird, but I guess that's what that does. But anyways, let's start devouring. None of them have immune, right? I don't think they do. We'll do that, and basically we slowly kill them with gluttony, while we make sure heroes always have barrier. And it's basically all we have to do. Just keep spamming that over and over again. Let Kraken cast, let this thing cast, and just do that infinitely until we win, eventually. And make sure we just always have barrier on, so that we don't die. And that's basically going to be this team in a nutshell. Could take a while sometimes, though, getting really unlucky. That's so far so good as far as Devour rate. Wow, really good actually on Devour rate. I think we only missed 1. Oh, I forgot to check the battles to see if they're anything intimidating. I don't think anything on 2 or 3 can really have good Devour immunity, though. Oriali Scorpius, I used that in the past. It's not really that good. I personally hate using it. It works, kind of. It's just really clunky. I'd rather use a team that's more fun that's worse than it, though. Probably go for his Devours first. Oh yeah, I should also be checking just in case anything has immune. None of it seems to have it, though. There we go, nice. He's just gonna keep getting summoned. You know what? This might be a problem. He might keep getting summons quicker than we can actually kill him with random chance Devours. That'd be pretty funny, but also pretty sad. So I should probably get rid of his last slot first, because he'll be the most dangerous, given that he can summon summoners. Because the giant spider doesn't actually summon summoners. He just summons a summon. There we go, okay. That'll make things easier now. That'll make things a lot easier. There we go. And now we just need 1 more Devour. Or a bunch of skulls, either or. And I guess we can even kill it with Kraken. There we go. Yeah, this might be about the same speed, but at least it's a lot safer. Since Mountain Crusher will almost never die. And even if we somehow lose Mountain Crusher, we're going to have 2 troops that have insane attack. That as long as we reach the final battle with, it'll easily kill them. Too bad we don't have a Megavore on this team. Probably would have gotten like 3 or 4 kills by now, just from that. We do 3 damage per thing, but that's like nothing compared to how much stats they have. Nice. I should be using Kraken way more than I'm using Gluttony. Kraken does have almost twice the rate of Devour. Hello, Medieval. Welcome. Is there a forum or group chat where you can get team build help? Generally the Gems of War forum's pretty nice. Also, the Gems of War Discord, I believe, still does it. Which I haven't checked the Gems of War official Discord for a while. But I believe they still have a channel on there that helps the teams, builds and stuff. Yeah, those two locations people tend to be around, ready to help. I'll throw a crack in here. Please, Devour already. You know you want to. I should probably be focusing that one way more than I am. I keep forgetting it can transform us at any moment it wants to. Luckily, it's been nice to us and hasn't yet, but it's planning on it. There we go, we'll go get rid of all these browns. I should have taken that skull. Grab all the reds there. Cracking that thing down. Apparently, still doesn't want to go down. And we'll kill it with Skull, because that's a lot more consistent than trying 20%. There we go. And now let's see how it defends on the final battle. Wait, are you actually using Doomblade with it? That's an interesting combination to consider. I didn't actually think about using Doomblade. But it is a pretty good skull option on Hero now for instances where you do need skulls, and that is an instance where you need a lot of skulls. Where skulls would almost be better on the invasion troop than it would be on your hero. Nice Devour, too bad we get no attack for it, but it probably wouldn't be using anyways due to being in the last slot. Nice, double Devour. Okay, let's go Mountain Crusher everything. And then keep Devouring. Get that down. Still none. Go for a blue and all that mess. Grab that over. Devour him. Actually, use Gluttony first. Nice. And what else we need in there? I guess we'll just get red for now. And we can Gluttony again. Go for Kraken first because of higher chance. Nice, and dead. But yeah, that's basically what it looks like running Devour for all of them. Didn't lose a single troop. Probably wouldn't almost every time. Takes about the same amount of speed though, which is unfortunate, but hey, I guess the job done at least. So how do you get promoted in my guild? I generally just promote people who have been in the guild for a while who don't mind helping with recruitment. Is basically how I handle that. Lately, I've just been kind of keeping everyone as is. Because as you'll find out, there's actually some improvements to it next patch, kind of, not really. But, yeah. We'll be able to talk about that more soon. But they are doing some guild tweaks of sorts next patch. And it'll make all of that a little bit easier. Okay, what do you take? We'll take that down. Take the other one, get a Kraken. Actually, just get the brown right there. And then we just Gluttony something. There we go, nice. Come on, Gluttony. Get 100% Devour rate, go. Alright, let's get rid of all these browns. As long as we are durable enough that we're not really going to die on that, we don't really need to worry about it. There we go, nice. And Devour. There we go. Could you explain how members are sorted for guild rankings, Paragon, etc.? It's based on how well you did in the previous Guild War week. If you didn't do Guild Wars the prior week, I believe it just puts you all the way at the bottom. Or wherever the previous person was, who you basically took their spot. Either or, I forget. But generally, it's based on however you scored the previous week. So if you are second in command, the one below Paragon, that means you made either second or third last week in your guild for total amount of points in Guild Wars, and so on and so forth for all the other rankings. So if you made Paragon, you made first. If you made that one below Paragon, that means you made anywhere from, I mean, not the one below Paragon, the third one, like the middle one. If you made that, that means you made 4th through 9th, and so on and so forth, moving on down. I got rid of that first just because I didn't want to deal with HP. I don't really care for Entangled or if they were Entangled just because we don't actually need the attack value. We just need them to not be alive. Oh, good Devour rate. I think we got every single one so far. Come on, go all 4. I didn't get the last one. Oh, need to make sure... Oh, we better not lose that right at the end, so that'd be a fail. We lose Mountain Crusher right at the end there. Pretty easy to keep, just gotta do that. There we go. And now it can't die. Or at least a lot less likely. Oh, why is that not enough damage? There we go. Oh wait, I thought she was doing it tonight. Oh no. Wait, wasn't it tonight? Pretty sure she was going to do it tonight, not next week. Unless I misheard her earlier. Alright, we'll take the brown over. Grab that. Oh, I actually did that slightly to re-barrier ourselves. I didn't realize we were already barriered. So we have one slight problem here. His first law has immune to Devour. So that's a slight issue. Also need him not to kill Kraken. Would be great. I'm actually going to need to deny my own brown just because he needs it way more than we do. There we go. Well, at least that makes sure Kraken won't die now. Or at least makes it a lot harder. Oh, now we can Devour him. There we go. We just have to make sure he hits us with a skull, and then we can Devour him. I forgot he doesn't have immune to stun. Okay, he's down. We stunned him, got all of his durability down. And now we can Devour him, hopefully. Eventually. There we go. He got like 2 or 3 Devours, yet still had base attack, just because he keeps doing it on tangled enemies. That doesn't make any sense. We're not getting the new Mythic until next week. Why would she show it now? If anything, it seems like it should be the other way around. And I'm pretty sure originally it was going to be that way. I guess she changed it. Because the next Mythic's not coming till next Friday, not this Friday. So I guess that means they're doing the patch closer to when they normally do it. Normally, the final patch of the year comes around mid-December. What do we do here? He's just going to hit that. That's fine. You don't have immune, do you? No. For a second, I thought that was just his spell immunity trait triggering. We need to go get a good green convert here. Oh, that was what I thought was an extra turn. Apparently not. Get herself a Devour on you, please, already. Use orbs or save for players without completionists anywhere near. As far as orb use, it really depends. Smaller green, you tend to use it on legends and mythics on their to get them to level 19 to 20, just so that you save a little bit of souls. The larger greens you can use basically on any legendary or mythic once you own them, just to go and level them up. The smaller blues you tend to use on anything ascended to legend to get it to mythic. Doesn't have to be a base legend, but anything ascended to that point, just to make sure that you save the most amount of value. That's generally used for kingdom upgrades, or just if you're trying to use it on a good troop that you have laying around that you want to have upgraded further. Other than that, the smaller orange you use on legends and mythics that you really need to get traded. Generally, you only use on their second and third trait for the smaller ones. The larger oranges you ideally only use on mythics and mythics only. What other ones are there? And the purples you can pretty much just use whenever. Though ideally you would use it to get your guild to 40,000 total seals for a week. And kind of to save them so that you can go and pile all your seals down at once it's at 40,000. And basically coordinate that with your guild. Even if your guild normally doesn't hit 40,000, with the amount of purple orbs you have saved, if literally everyone in the guild does it, you should hopefully be able to reach it. Like when a new mythic comes out or anything else that you might want to use it on. So mainly new mythics, I guess, would be one of the bigger times. I'd say new kingdoms too, but we don't get new kingdoms anymore. Or at least it will be a while before we do. We're probably only going to get one kingdom all next year, if we even get one. Which is going to be really weird, because normally we'd get like 6 to 8 per year. But of course now they're doing factions instead every month, or nearly every month. Okay, can we get Devours? We have like 0 Devours, it feels like, this battle. The one battle we really need them, and none of them are coming through. Well, he finally got a kill. That's a little unfortunate. And we're still hitting basically 0 Devours. Devour, go! Well, at least at this point, Kraken's gonna get a kill. Oh, I thought that was only 20 HP for a second. I didn't realize it's actually 200 something. I assumed Kraken was doing a lot more damage. Apparently not that much more. Also, what's sad is the thing that's doing the most damage to us right now is this useless Thorn thing. That does basically 0, but somehow it's still doing the most. Let me actually... Oh, I can't even target it either because it's stealthy. But worst comes to worst, we could win with just Mountain Crusher. Ideally, it won't come down to that, but that is what will happen if we need to. You do not have immune to Devour. How have you not gotten devoured yet? Both of them. Neither of them have Devour immune. They're just super unlucky right now. Let's try this again. Do that. Throw this down. Try getting a Devour off the other thing. I don't know how I feel about this team. I like it, but I don't like it when it's missing every Devour ever. There we go. And claim all rewards. And there we go. That's all of Delves. And we got a bunch of shards. Let's see what we get from them. Not a huge amount. But we still need, I think, 2 more copies of Legend and like 20 more copies of that rare. And for once, we might finally get the rare max before the Legend. Hopefully we just get one of them max soon, though. Doesn't matter which one, but we need one of them in order to get 12-star Forest of Thorns. which doesn't make that big a difference, but it does give us, or actually no, we don't just need 12 star. It would give us 11 and 12 star once we get that. Because for 11 star, all you need is 21 traded troops. And we're automatically already have that. We already have 21 traded troops. So all we really need is one of these two to reach next level. And there's no point in orbing them. They're both so very close. This only needs 17 copies, and that only needs 2. But yeah, this will be weird if we get all the rares before the legend. I've never seen that actually happen before. But we've just been getting somewhat unlucky at it, so looks like it's going to happen. For once. That's all that. Claim all that. And I believe that is everything then. Is there anything else we need to go do? We'll stick our tribute, that's for sure. A 12 tribute, not too bad. Already did arena. Already did dungeons. Already, or what, not arena, you know what I mean. Dungeons. Well, I guess we'll just throw one last key team. A proper key team. The glory key. At least this week it gives glory. Oh no, power orbs are out of almost everyone's vocabulary. I haven't gotten a single power orb ever yet. We might be trying one on Thursday, I'm not sure yet. But no, I've never actually gotten a single power orb ever. Nor will we have one for a while. We could craft a few if we wanted to, but actually spending a power orb is never worth it. The only thing you ever use it on is Zugoff. And then once you have Zugoff, you never need power orbs again. Because the amount of effort to get one is not worth what you get out of it. It's really basically just a currency to buy Zugoff. Is basically the only thing that a power orb is. Also, what on earth is this battle? I think we just lost to Doomskull Spam. Or at least almost lost to it. But could have taken that purple. Okay, good. He didn't go for it. He actually went for that purple. Luckily he didn't. What class is Thursday? Pride Hunter or Pride Guard, the one for Pride Lands. It's a pretty useless one. Yeah, it's a pretty useless hero class. It's just the one coming in from Pride Lands, the Pride Hunter, or whatever it's called. It gets a freeze whenever at the start of battle. And it's somewhat okay with Roshkas, but it's overall pretty much pointless. Also, the same teams that you use for Invasion would be basically the same teams you use this Thursday as well for the event. Almost nothing would change. Actually, I think literally nothing would change. Other than the fact that I believe you have currently access to a few more Roshkas now for the Invasion event. But none of them are really good ones. But you'd basically have the exact same options, essentially, or very similar. Okay, I definitely don't like this as much as as whatever that thing is called, Egg Thief. Words. But yeah, I don't care for it as much as Egg Thief, but it is 5 extra glory per battle, so I guess it's kind of worth it. It still gets the job done, you just have to pay attention to it more, otherwise it's going to die out. But Dragon Egg, you just keep spamming it. Don't even need to pay attention to it at all. It's nice. How did she still only have like 1 HP? That's not nice. What even is this board? Let's just take that for now. And just kill them both out. Nope, still not. Bandit, stop! Oh, I hate that so much. At least he didn't do one on his death. We might actually seriously lose to a single bandit, though. That'd be pretty funny. It's very unlikely for that to happen. But it has happened before. It would not be the first time. Why am I even trying to get his mana? He's probably going to die before I can even use it. There we go. Why am I using Ward Breaker and not Cedric? Wait. Actually, we could probably get away with using Cedric a bit better, couldn't we? I think it's because of the amount of manas we are using is the main reason why I'm not using that for this particular team. Because we'd be missing 3 colors. Well, technically 2, but 3 in a way. We'd be missing red, yellow, and technically green, because you can't really count greed as using green. But that's one of the main reasons, just to be able to accumulate all the colors that we have. And basically just use the Raksha free blood as a, basically as a Gorgolfa, essentially, is what we're doing there. And that's why we have it like that. But yeah, I might revamp it as the week gets further, but I don't think we actually need Cedric there. And if we do, we're only going to be covering, well, actually, we would cover 5 colors, but the only 2 real colors we'd be covering is brown and blue, and that's it. And that's not a lot to be covering. At least with Word Breaker, it just makes more... It gives us more to do per turn, especially if there's not as many colors on the board. But anyways, guys, let me go give out a code, because I still haven't managed to do one yet. This is actually from the new code section, too. So, we got a nice shiny codes here. All with a lot more redeems than normal. That doesn't actually change the reward, but it'll make it so they won't get claimed as quickly. Well, let's go click the first one, see if it even works. Haven't tested a single one from this batch yet. They should, but you never know. Copy, copy. Check to see if this works. Hopefully. The answer is yes. And since we're giving it so late in the stream, it's probably going to last for once the video uploads too. So if this is after the fact, you might want to check it because it might still be working. But obviously right now it's going to work. For any of you watching now. Oh, there you guys go. There is the redeem code. You use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. The invite code... oh no. Anyways, invite code can be found underneath the settings menu. The redeem code is found right over there in chat, as well as right above me. And the reward is the same as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, and 2,500 gold. And Salty will probably have a bunch more on her stream in like 10 minutes. And she'll be going over, apparently, the new Mythic that's coming out next 2 Fridays from now. Not next Friday, but the following Friday. It's also the same day that Smash comes out. And we'll be playing that like crazy as well. Though we'll still be covering the Gems of War content too, of course. And still doing the Gems of War streams. But I will be playing Smash quite a bit once it actually does get released. Most likely. I don't know if I'll be streaming all of it, but probably will stream a good bit of it, at least initially. Since it'll be such a fresh game at the time. It's actually probably the only game I've ever streamed on this channel on its release date. I don't think I've ever done that for any other game yet. Normally because I don't follow the hype for all those kind of games most of the time. But I don't know, that's been a game that I've always liked in my childhood, so figured might as well play the modern version of it again. I code at 100 viewers and again at 130. Well, we're definitely not reaching that now, that's for sure. But anyways, guys, hope you all have a wonderful week. If you still have any other questions, feel free to leave it on any of my videos or on next stream. I will be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, about an hour and a half prior to now tomorrow. And other than that, just enjoy your week, and we'll see you all later. Goodbye, everyone. Oh, let me go get the link for Salty stream real quick, though. Let's see. It's twitch.tv/infinity+2 with the 2 spelt out. Twitch.tv. Why is it not autofilling? Why is it not autofilling? Okay, fine. I'll type out the entire thing. I think that's the right URL. Is that right? Is that right? Why does it say I have no connection? What is it doing? Let's see. Why is it not letting me get the link? YouTube's being weird. Or not even YouTube. Chrome is being weird. There it is. There's the link I'm looking for. But yeah, there's the link, guys, if you want to go check her out. She'll be going over next Mythic. It's not really too good of one. It reminds me a lot of Guard's Avatar, except it's conditional on a storm instead of high armor. Biggest issue with it is one cast will not wipe an entire team at endgame. Earlier on in the game it might, but endgame it definitely won't. Compared to PvP at least. So I think it's pretty much going to be useless because of that. No, I pretty much always rate her. We just don't always leave a comment when we do. Mainly because I'm really bad at thinking of comments to rate her with. And I don't want to be rude. She normally just kind of ignores it anyways. Most efficient gold farming team. Basically running a bronze lock key into... actually, there's a couple different ways you can go about it. One is spamming a double Cedric greed team into a 4x firebomb on casual PvP and just keep repicking until you always have 4x firebomb. Though the other more realistic method is just to run something like a Cedric, Egg Thief, Skeleton Key into Cedric, Sparkle Stack, and just keep spamming normal PvP over and over again. Either of those two methods tend to work. They kind of nerfed the first method just because it's a lot harder to find the exact same team. And they did that mainly to actually nerf Firebomb team, because everyone was just going around doing Warlord 4 difficulty casual PvP to keep farming gold. So they decided to nerf it. So now you're basically just playing PvP normally with a team similar to, along the lines of this, is basically the quickest way you can gain gold. You gain gold immediately off of Greed. You get Cedric's 100% bonus. You get a really quick kill between Egg Thief and Skeleton Key. And you're still doing normal PvP at a really quick rate. How much amount of gold per hour? That would depend on bonuses, but I believe it's somewhere around 150,000 to 250,000 per hour. Though it could be a bit less or a bit more depending on bonuses, like VIP bonuses and armor bonus and all those other smaller stuff. But anyways, guys, I'll see y'all later. Thanks for coming down. Have a wonderful day. Leave a like if you enjoyed the stream. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see y'all later. Goodbye, everyone.